What's good, y'all? True 2106 here, man. We got the YouTube channel. They will kill you. This is my reaction to when Facebook goes wrong. You want to say anything or no?
No.
You just want to be here? Alright, cool. We just gonna be here. Just gonna be here. Alright, let's start him up, boy.
Number 9. Andrew Hennels. Roughly 15 minutes before robbing a Tesco supermarket in Kings Lynn,
Yeah, man, look like he up to no good already.
England, Andrew Hennels posted his plans on Facebook on February the 3rd.
Now, I ain't trying to say he's smart or nothing, but why the hell is you telling Facebook about what the hell you about to do? I'd have told him after I did it. I mean, I wouldn't have told him period, but I'd have told him after I did it if I wanted to be a big dummy.
A lot of people lie though. I mean, you could put whatever you want. Not everybody gonna believe what you're saying.
Absolutely, but after you robbed the shit, you
He-
did.
He did it before he.
Yeah, he posted exactly. So why would they Yeah, they won't take precautions, but after it happens, now they know. Like everybody's gonna be talking about it. But hey,
13th of 2015, Hennels wrote, "Doing Tesco over," prior to walking into the store and brandishing a knife while demanding
He
cash from the
he robbed a store with a knife.
He's smart.
How's that? Please tell me how that's smart.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, I was about to say what the no intent with a deadly weapon. I mean, it's still deadly. It's just not as deadly as a gun. And your man don't even got a mask on. And you know what? As I'm thinking about it now, I want to spend a special for saying that about that jacket earlier.
The jacket looked like one he got right
No,
now.
don't. Do not. Do not. Don't. Ain't no APBs out on me. Fuck you, man.
store staff. The authorities were contacted, but Hennels fled the scene with hundreds of pounds in stolen cash. He was, however,
What are you
arrested
getting,
shortly
cash?
thereafter at a nearby pub. Officers
I am so sorry. So sorry. No, this a little accident happened, y'all. Just chill, man. We gonna get back to it. A little accident.
recovered the stolen money and also found a knife in his possession. The Facebook post, coupled with witness reports and the material evidence on Hennels' person, irrefutably pointed to him as the perpetrator.
Oh, this a part 2, so there's a part 1 to it. We might react to the part 1.
He pleaded guilty to armed robbery a few months later, and a judge concluded he posed a high risk of serious harm to the public. Hennels was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Number 8. Julio
So you mean to tell me he went robbing people with a knife, got 4 years in prison, and then the judge said he's a danger? Well, what the hell that make him a danger, him or the knife?
Cesar Castillo. In August of
That sounded stupid as fuck.
It did, but think about it, right? How the fuck is he dangerous with a knife? There's people out there with guns. Like you saying he's dangerous with what he better go get a gun.
I mean, but still, even a knife is considered a weapon.
Absolutely, but you don't never bring a knife to a gunfight. And
There was no
got
guns there, though.
There's somebody got a gun. Somebody had a gun. You know somebody had a gun.
Somebody had a gun. It would have been a rent-a-cop, and he didn't shoot. So with that being
but
said,
he still had a gun.
2021, a man was gunned down by an intruder in the living room of his Carolina residence. In
I actually seen this video on Facebook, son. I seen this shit. That shit was crazy as hell.
Puerto Rico, while he was streaming live on Facebook, 24-year-old Julio Cesar Castillo, a native of the Dominican Republic, was drinking a bottle of alcohol and recording himself in the moments leading up to the shooting. The masked gunman barged inside the room and unleashed a flurry of shots, prompting Castillo to run and then crawl for his life. The attacker fired 5 times before fleeing, wounding another male occupant of the home, reported as being in his late teens in the process. The latter survived, but Castillo was pronounced dead at a local hospital. According to updates on the case, the authorities hadn't disclosed the name of any suspects. It's unclear what had prompted the shooting, although some sources have theorized it to have been retaliatory in nature. La Colonia El Cedro Michis, a Dominican Republic news outlet, reported that Castillo had fled to Puerto Rico on a raft a few months prior. He'd done so after allegedly killing a young woman in the Michis neighborhood, La Boca del Rio. Number 7.
so his ass deserved it then.
I mean, that's what they're saying it is, but we really don't know if he deserved it or not.
I think he deserved it if he
I
killed
mean,
somebody.
if he fled, yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. If he fled,
Oh,
there you go.
how do you know when it's recording?
It is recording, miss. Don't worry, I got you.
called La Boca del Rio.
We're gonna keep that
Number
in there,
7,
you know, showing
Facebook
the rawness as we grow.
At around 2
I
p.m.
seen this
on
one
I
before.
don't know if y'all heard me just now, but we're gonna keep that in there for the rawness as we grow. Fuck it.
April the 16th of 2017,
You were saying my bad.
I seen this one before.
I
The
seen
guy was on the way to the store.
Yeah, I seen the Facebook like video. That's what you. Okay. That's fucked up what he did though.
Robert Goodwin Sr. was approached by a man as he was walking in the Glenville neighborhood of Cleveland. Steve Stevens, aged 37, exited his car and asked Goodwin to say the name of a woman with whom Stevens had been romantically involved. He then told 74-year-old Goodwin, "She's the reason why this is about to happen to you," before fatally shooting him in the immediate aftermath.
I'm sorry, it's gonna sound harsher. This is why you don't fuck with people, man. This is why you don't fuck with people. You know, some people just need to be left alone sometimes.
Why he look like dude who's in jail already?
Who?
You know, dude
What dude?
who supposedly killed Tupac.
Who supposedly killed Tupac? No. I think but he wasn't bald though.
Yeah, he is. Suge Knight.
Well, this Suge Knight didn't kill Tupac, but he was his manager or some shit like that.
He supposedly
he
set
do
him
look
up,
like,
but
yeah,
he
but
looked like Suge Knight. I don't care what nobody said. He killed Tupac.
Hey, fuck it, right?
Stevens uploaded a graphic video of the killing to Facebook. A statewide manhunt was launched, in which local authorities received support from the FBI. By the morning of April the 17th, the search for Stevens expanded to Michigan, Indiana, Pennsylvania, and New York, with a $50,000 reward offered for information and residents being told to be on high alert. Multiple media outlets had dubbed him the Facebook killer.
Now, this is my question, right? Did it say that he was messing with the 74-year-old, the wife? Is that why it happened?
No, he met the woman that he was messing with at the time did something to him, and he went out and picked a random person.
Okay, yeah,
and
I remember
it just
that.
so happened that it wasn't. Well, he's not connected to him, but the lady in the picture, that's his daughter. She the one that brought the pictures, and that's where they got this from. You feel me? But he was just randomly walking, minding his business. And why I think dude is soft is if you wanted to pick a random, you ain't had to pick no old man. You did not have to pick no old man over what a female did to you. Really? An old man? Like, not to sound fucked up, it seems like it wasn't over her. At least to me.
While the social media website would later be criticized because the horrific video was publicly available on the shooter's page for over 2 hours. The authorities learned that Stevens had told his mother on the phone that he'd started shooting people because he was angry at his girlfriend. 74-year-old Goodwin had been randomly selected while the girlfriend in question was unharmed and cooperated with the authorities. On April the 18th, Stevens pulled into a McDonald's in Pennsylvania, about 100 miles from where the shooting had occurred. An employee recognized him from news reports, and after alerting the...
That ain't that far from us.
From where?
He got in PA is where they recognized him.
Oh, word? Well, yeah, he could have came out here. Honestly, if I'm ever in a mass shooting situation, I need 5 minutes for me to explain my point. If you can't give me 5 minutes, do your business. But give me 5 minutes and I'll let you continue what you're doing.
Some people ain't got 5 minutes.
Yeah, they don't. But still, now I want you shooting people. I just need 5 minutes. I'm not stopping you. I'm not even going to try to talk you down. I just need to let you know that I don't give a fuck about what you think you're doing right now. Do not. Absolutely do not miss. Don't. Because if you do, I'm going to fuck you up.
The authorities deliberately stalled him by claiming his order of fries would be late. Pennsylvania State Police arrived at the restaurant and a chase ensued as Stevens pulled out of the drive-thru. Officers performed a tactical maneuver and brought his car to a stop in the city of Erie. As they closed in on Stevens' vehicle, he took his own life via gunshot to the head. Number 6.
Why run then?
And you a bitch took your own life.
What's the point of running then? You might as well had after you shot the old dude shot yourself. You ran, and then when they caught up to you, I'm not going nowhere. So you wanted to be free, but kill somebody so you could go on a run. Then I'm not even gonna try to figure it out.
Jessica Ann Smith. In the fall of 2019, a Pennsylvania woman was arrested for faking cancer in order to collect donations amounting to thousands of dollars through campaigns on Facebook and GoFundMe. 31-year-old Jessica Ann Smith from Chester County had started the campaigns in June, alleging that her battle with colon cancer had left her unable to work and provide for her children, in addition to exorbitant medical bills. On Facebook, the campaign named #FightLikeAJessica made similar claims. Smith took advantage of people's generosity and collected over $10,000 from the two fundraisers, which she'd operated under her maiden name, Jessica Veronica Cornell. She'd also...
Why she just keep looking weirder and weirder? It's like she looked decent, then she looked worse, then she looked decent. Like, what did you take in to make them people believe you? And like, is makeup really that good?
It's not even that. Like, you sitting here scamming people. This is why, like, people who are actually in need of help don't get the help because lazy ass people like this who don't want to actually go out and work and do something. They rather sit back and scam people to get money.
I mean, yeah. That's why there's a place for everybody, right?
Right.
So forged several documents to give validity to her claims. On July the 31st, the woman's husband, Robert, reported her to the authorities, telling them that his wife...
yo, use a square. No funny shit. Because it took you how long to tell? And you not telling me that you ain't seen none of her shit. You're not telling me you ain't seen none of her Facebook posts, none of her GoFundMe, none. You're not telling me that. It's like somebody told you something, and it's like, damn, if I don't out her now, I might get caught up into it, and that's why you snitched.
Wasn't a cancer sufferer. He'd overheard her talking on the phone to a representative for her employer, asking for time off for cancer treatments. Robert also provided bank statements from their joint account showing a pattern of deposits. Smith was arrested and charged with theft by deception and other theft-related counts. Number 5. Tony Harris.
I bet you they still got to keep that money.
In October of 2015, 3 masked and armed intruders broke into the King Sessin, Philadelphia home of 50-year-old Tony Harris, demanding to know where the money was. They placed a gun to the head of the man's fiancée, Amber Crane, who told them they didn't have any cash and that they were a poor family. One of the intruders then shot Harris in the head before fleeing the scene along with the others. The victim was rushed to the hospital of the University of Pennsylvania, where he ultimately succumbed to the gunshot wound. Investigators believe that a Facebook post had been responsible for the fatal home invasion. On October the 5th, Harris had uploaded a photo of Crane holding thick bundles of cash. The father of 3's caption read that he'd misplaced $60,000 and that he hoped his wife hadn't gone shopping with it. The large sum of money is believed to have attracted the robbers, and the authorities began investigating a possible connection. However, according to the victim's family, the post was meant as a joke. They claimed that Harris and the electronics repairmen had placed $20 at the top of stacks that mostly consisted of $1 bills, making them seem far more valuable than they actually were.
And that's why you do not pretend to be something that you're not, man. Like, don't do it. It's pointless to do it because you really just end up hurting yourself in the long run, man.
Number 4. Alexandria Lyons. In 2020, at the time of the street demonstrations related to the death of George Floyd, a woman from Grand Rapids, Michigan, was accused of using social media to incite a riot. 22-year-old Alexandria Lyons posted a Facebook Live video in which she encouraged others to loot and cause destruction. In the footage, she was drinking beer that had allegedly been stolen from a local establishment called Mojo's Dueling Piano Bar and Restaurant. Lyons also uploaded footage of a house party at her residence in which clothing looted from a local store was displayed. The young woman was arraigned on June the 2nd on charges of inciting a riot and malicious destruction of property, felonies punishable by 10 and 5 years in prison respectively. She pleaded guilty to the first charge in November of 20.
It's crazy because during that time, so many people were blaming everything on black people.
Well, yeah, well, not black people, but Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but I mean, basically, most of the people that was doing the walks were all black people, and they were blaming them for doing the riots and stuff like that, and stealing and causing destruction when
they wasn't the only ones.
Yeah,
that were being opportunists.
And a lot of people were trying to state that, and nobody wanted to listen to them.
Of course, they didn't too.
21, with her sentencing scheduled for early January of the following year. Number 3, Facebook murders. In 2012, a Tennessee couple was found dead at their home in Mountain City following a murder plot that unfolded on Facebook involving catfishing and cyberbullying. Janelle Potter, along with her parents Barbara and Marvin, had moved to the city in 2005. Janelle, then in her early 20s, faced difficulty interacting socially, not least of all because of her overprotective parents, and spent most of her time on social media. In the late 2000s, for the first time, she found a group of real-life friends that included Billy Payne and his cousin, Jamie Curd. Janelle became romantically involved with Curd, but kept the relationship hidden from her parents, while also reportedly secretly harboring an obsession for Payne. The relationship with the latter would deteriorate after he'd begun dating Billie Jean Hayworth. Janelle accused Payne and Hayworth of anonymously bullying her online, threatening her with violence and making crank calls. She maintained that the hate was rooted in Hayworth being jealous of her looks. The couple unfriended her on Facebook, claiming that Janelle had in fact been the feud's main aggressor. On January the 31st of 2012, a neighbor found 36-year-old Payne and Hayworth, aged 23, dead at their home. Both had been executed in a manner indicative of a professional hitman. Via single gunshots to the head, Payne's throat had also been slit, while Hayworth had been gunned down as she held their son, 7-month-old Tyler, in her arms. The child was found covered in his mother's blood but otherwise unharmed. There was limited evidence at the scene, and thus local authorities followed up on the Facebook feud. They interviewed Curd, who after failing a polygraph, asked them why the CIA was involved. It emerged that around the time that Payne and Hayworth had gotten engaged, Curd and Janelle's parents had started talking to a purported CIA agent, only identifying himself as Chris online. Hundreds of messages were exchanged in which Chris had told them that it was his duty to protect Janelle from the couple. Curd, Barbara and Marvin conspired to kill them, with Marvin, an ex-Marine, acting as the trigger man. It then emerged that Chris and Janelle were the same person, as she'd successfully tricked the others into eliminating.
Damn, she got skills. What? What? How long did that take you? How long was you planning that? Because it couldn't have been. I don't even know what to say.
I'm lost on this whole case real quick.
You don't see what happened?
Hell no.
The lady planned the whole shit just to kill 2 people that she didn't like. Well, at least this is what I'm taking from it. It's like they figured out, because remember the CIA was supposedly in it, but the CIA wasn't in it because she was pretending to be an agent. But yet, who did the killing that was professional?
Him. He's an ex-Marine. I heard that.
Yes, but this is a professional killing. He's an ex-Marine. They don't teach you how to kill without leaving a trace. You feel me? They teach you how to fight war. Like, they don't teach you how to go in there, clean up and all that. They teach you how to kill something, move on. Like, in the wars, they don't teach the soldiers how to clean up bodies. They got people for that. You kill the people, move on, we go get more. We gonna clean up the bodies or whatever, or they people gonna clean up the bodies. Even in Roman times, they did that. It's like, if your man down, don't clean them up, just keep fighting.
Yeah, but it was a one shot, so I mean.
Yeah, but they ain't leave no trace. Like, no trace.
I mean.
You feel me? And plus, they know them at that too, so no trace.
Her supposed bullies. Curd was sentenced to 25 years in prison, while all 3 members of the Potter family received life sentences. Number 2, Christopher Benagas. A New Mexico man was taken into police custody in November of 2014 after uploading pictures of stolen guns to his Facebook profile. The weapons had been taken from an Albuquerque home in the fall of the previous year by Christopher Benagas, a father in his late 30s. The police had no leads regarding the theft until the victim, who was a friend of Benagas's, recognized his property from the Facebook posts. He hadn't previously checked up on Benagas or viewed his profile because he didn't suspect him. In the aftermath, the thief was charged with aggravated burglary, larceny of a firearm, and tampering with evidence. Number 1. Derek Medina.
That was kind of a petty crime to do to your friend, but it's neither here nor there.
In 2016, a Miami judge sentenced 33-year-old South Florida man Derek Medina to life in prison for killing his wife. The incident, which took place in November of 2013, had begun as a domestic dispute, during the course of which 27-year-old Jennifer Alfonso had started striking Medina with her fists. Glimpses of the fight were captured by the home's interior surveillance cameras. Prosecutors would later argue that the man, who weighed roughly 200 pounds on a six...
Why your face look like that, bruv? I mean, I know you're going to jail and all. Cool. But what she did that to you? Because it looked like she unswole your top lip and then swole your bottom lip. Like, I don't know if you're trying to seem dangerous, but ain't nobody gonna be scared of you. They gonna think you're retarded.
6-foot frame could have easily overpowered the much smaller Alfonso without shooting her. Nevertheless, Medina retrieved his...
Oh, you shot her. Oh, he was done. Yeah, she been beating on him for years. He a battered man. He had enough. I mean, it's either he had enough or he was really soft and didn't know what to do in his anger. No. Because I know I'm stronger. It don't even matter, so. Yeah. Different strokes, I guess.
His handgun from an upstairs bedroom and fired 8 rounds into his wife. The medical examiner concluded that all of the shots had occurred.
What is that?
Oh, I said, damn, 8 rounds? Really? That's obsessive.
That why you think he went to jail?
I mean, yeah, but you 6 foot, 200-pound man compared to
and she's like 140, 150.
Alright, you could have just easily shoved her ass and kept it pushing, like just dip. Why you? Some people don't use logic.
I don't think it was logic. I think he just was like really scared of her. I'm telling you, because it's like for some reason, like I don't. The words hurt more than the anger would hurt.
If some people, you know what I'm saying, if you're abused a lot, sometimes you don't realize it till it's too late.
You just had enough, you know. It's like this the last time she gonna say that shit about me, and if she try it again, that's gonna be her last time.
That's so messed up. We laughing about that.
I know, right? But hey, fuck it. We not in no situation like that, so we're sane, I guess.
Occurred as the victim was cowering on her knees on the kitchen floor. Medina then took a photo of her body and uploaded it to Facebook, captioning it "R.I.P. Jennifer Alfonso." As shocked friends asked about the harrowing post, Medina confessed to killing his wife because she was punching him and he couldn't stand any more of the abuse. He then surrendered to the authorities. During his trial, Medina addressed the court in a manner that seemed rather disconnected from his situation, warning President Barack Obama about corruption and vowing to soothe the world. Thanks for watching. Which of your social media...
Oh, so that's the end of that right there. I don't know whatever, boy. It seemed like a Spanish couple, and y'all Spanish Johns be putting your hands on these dudes, and the other day they be getting out of hand. But I don't know, man. But you know, True 2106 signing out, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share it to a friend, maybe 2. Tell me what I did right or wrong. Still need y'all input, man. I'm out.